Unacceptable performance from the boys today. Unacceptable performance from the boys today. I thought that was an absolute disaster class. More drop points from Arsenal. Guys, Liverpool drop points again, and we get capital. Oh, it's so frustrating. So frustrating. It's so frustrating. So frustrating to watch his team on the counterattack. So frustrating to watch his team dropping more points. So frustrating to watch his team go up against arguably one of the worst teams in the Premier League, in Everton, and do what they did today. And you know the funny thing is? I had tickets to go to this game, and I didn't go. And you know what? Right now, I'm looking back at it, and I'm saying to myself, probably a good thing I didn't go. This was a horrific performance, in my opinion. I don't know about you, Deo. Offensively, we were misplacing passes left, right, and center. Martin Odegaard looked off the pace. Timber looked off the pace. A lot of our players, everyone was off the pace today, passing the ball so slowly, no quick fire progression. Every time we get the ball, we're dilly-dallying. When we get in the final third, we're getting good opportunities, good chance after good chance in the first half. We had like 7 shots on target in the first half, but we couldn't do nothing. Oh my goodness, that was so bad. Martin Odegaard, the captain, he got hooked during the game also. I thought mikel made a mistake taking him off, even though he wasn't having the best of games.
I don't think that was a mistake. This is what no. But this is really
the first half. Oh my God, what were we doing? The first half. Let me finish, Deo. The first half, Arteta coached a 3 or 2-0 lead right there. The players did not score. They could have had 2 or 3 goals in that first half. In the second half,
let's talk about
the manager. That's all on the manager, taking off the players, taking off Odegaard, bringing on Ethan and Jorginho. Didn't offer us much, and also
Odegaard didn't offer us much as well in the first half. Let's stop this. We're not going to do this.
No. But listen to what let me finish my point. You will get your point in a second. My point is simple. Arteta's to blame for the second half performance, and the players are to blame for the first half performance. Overall, the run of the game, I'm looking at the entire team and I'm saying to myself, why are we the worst team in the Premier League at counterattacks? Why are we so slow at counterattacks? Why is it that we are 2 games in a row where our opponents in the title race drop points and we buckle? Is it a mentality issue? Is it a thing where these guys just don't take these games serious? Or is it just our opponent just are able to nullify us? We're too predictable. Martinelli, once again, didn't offer us nothing, and he was going up against Ashley Young for the majority of the game. I'm not even going to get at Bukayo Saka. Bukayo Saka and Havertz were probably 2 guys who did good. You give credit to Lewis-Skelly, he did good. But Moreno, the midfield, he took off every single midfielder he started the game with and didn't change nothing. Bro, I am fuming. Call it overreacting, call it whatever you want. But right now, this was a disaster. Dropping points in this fashion at home versus one of the worst teams in the league. We can't score a goal at the Emirates. It's ridiculous, bro.
Okay, so let's start by saying this. Kudos to Everton first and foremost, because they set up well and they were very disciplined. So let's not make it sound like Everton didn't do anything because they are the worst team. Yeah, they might be one of the worst teams in the league, but they're also one of the best defensive teams under Sondheich. You all know that they're very good at that. So kudos to Everton. They played their game. They were very, very disciplined. But here's what I'm going to say. The manager set up the team right to play well.
In the first half.
Hold on, I'm coming. There just was no bite. And that's not on the manager. And if there's no bite after I've set you up to play well and I have to change my whole midfield, that's the manager who is actually taking charge and saying, you're not giving me what I want. I'm swapping players. Now,
the changes didn't work.
Well, no, but that's what I'm saying. It's no. Listen to this. If I'm doing something and the players are not giving me what I want, what do you want him to do? Leave those same players on the pitch and still not get what he needs?
The honest truth is, here's the thing. You're chasing a goal. The last 2 games, you're chasing a goal. He takes the captain off.
Let me
takes the most creative player off.
Let me finish. The most creative player that wasn't creating anything initially. He wasn't giving us anything. He gave away the ball a couple of times today. Odegaard looked off the pace today. Let's be realistic. Odegaard looked off the pace.
Everyone did, except for 3 players.
So my point is, if you look off the pace and the manager, and we're the same fan base who are shouting, Ethan should start. Odegaard looks off the pace. Why is Ethan? Now, Ethan is now brought in, and he doesn't do anything too. This is the same people that we've yelled about. Lewis-Skelly, let him start today. Let Lewis-Skelly
was good. There's no scapegoating him.
I'm not scapegoating. Hear what I'm saying. He is good. You have to understand that to set up against any team, you have to look at that team, and the best way to set up a Calafiori, even though he was out, he wasn't on the bench today. If a Calafiori was fit, I told you yesterday when we're doing our team setup, I said I'd play Calafiori instead of Skelly. You know why? Because of the team that we're playing. Just because the player is talented and good does not mean you play them in every game. There are certain teams that will play a certain style of football that will frustrate that player's style of play. Yeah, and so we saw that today. Honestly speaking, we were slow. We were very, very slow, which I think is what it is. Like you cannot sit here and say that, oh, what the manager did by changing players. He brought in Jorginho so that there'll be a little bit more.
No. 1 second. Who's to blame for the result? Arteta or the players?
Listen, this one, the players are to blame today because how can I set you up? You have 37 touches in the opponent's box and you don't put anyone in.
Okay. 37. I'll hear it.
Like
the first half. The first half is on the players. Arteta coached the game.
In the second half. In the second
half, bro, what were we doing?
In the second half, 37 touches in the opponent's box to their 7, and we could not score. What else does a manager have to do? Get on the pitch and kick the ball in the net himself? What are we talking about here? If players
but do you not agree his substitutions in the second half made us worse?
How?
Taking off Martin Odegaard made us a lot more predictable.
Substitution that gave us 37 touches in their box in the second half? Really? That made us worse?
What chances did we create to the quality that we did in the first half?
That's on the players. Then the manager has given. You've created we created a chance in the second half. Pickford saved.
Okay, people in the chat, let me know. Do you agree with Deo? Do you think it's on the players or do you think it's on the manager?
I think it's on the players today, majorly on the players. The manager has his role to play. He subbed early. He brought in players, and that's what I was like, look, these guys aren't giving me stuff. Bring in somebody else. And he did. He subbed early. He brought Isan on time. He subbed again. Eventually, okay, maybe Thomas Partey can come and do a job. Move what's his name? Timber to right back. Skelly is doing well in the midfield, but he's not giving us what we need. He subbed when he needed to sub. And if the players,
let me make my point. Simply put, when he took off Odegaard, I knew that things could go left. Now, the reason why I say that is because when you take off your best creator, you're basically taking us back to what we were a couple weeks ago when we had
best creator that wasn't creating anything anyways in the first place.
You say he's not creating anything, but our best chances in the game came in the first half. Even when Odegaard was not looking good, our best chances in the game came in the first half. And let me just pull up the stats. Oh my God, it's even worse when I look at the stats. Look at this. When we had Odegaard on in the first half, we created 7 chances, and some of those chances fell to him too. But when you look at the second half, bro, yes, we had 6 shots on target.
So what are we talking?
6 shots on target, but none of them were quality chances.
But you see, that goes against what you just said now, that we created more. We created evenly in the second half, but Odegaard wasn't
created less quality chances.
We had 3 shots on target. You had 2 in the first half. In the second half, we had 3 on target. Isn't that,
you know what? Everton didn't do shit. No, Everton didn't even come to play football.
Everton did their job. They played defensively.
They came for the point. You got to give them credit.
Yeah, they were very disciplined. So my thing is, I'm not trying to say, look, I will hook any player as a manager if you're not giving me what I want, and I'll take responsibility. I think the only time the part of this game where I'm blaming Mikel Arteta is you take responsibility for the changes that you made that did not work. But you changing those players, I would have done the same.
That's why I hold them accountable for the result.
I would have done the same.
1 second. The reason why I hold Arteta accountable for the result is because of the second half. The second half,
but we created more in the second half.
We can have 73% possession. We had 80% possession in the second half.
We're not going to do this.
We had 6 shots on target. 6 shots in total, 3 shots on target. You know what, Deo? If you might be right with the whole totality of the game, it's mostly on the players. But the reason why I'm on Arteta's case is because this is 2 games in a row where we need a goal late in the game. Our transition attacking is terrible. We're playing very slow. And as a manager who's watching the game, he can directly impact the team and tell them how to play and give them instructions. He's always barking out things on the sideline. I think today is on Arteta.
Did you watch the bench cam? He
kept. I did, and he's always barking out orders.
He was saying fast, move, push forward. And guess what they were doing? They were passing side to side.
They're still dilly-dallying.
Why do you think he would hook his own captain? Because he wasn't doing what he was asking him to do on the pitch.
He hooked him because he misplaced 2 balls and then put Saka in a dangerous position.
Listen, exactly my point. You set up the team for success. If the team is messing up, as a manager, you take responsibility to make those subs. And he made them on time. We're the same fan base shouting, Ethan Nwaneri, Ethan Nwaneri. Now Ethan has come in with enough time to at least make some kind of difference, and he couldn't. So let's not say, oh, the manager is Arteta is a coward. He doesn't make changes.
I never called him a coward. He was bold.
I'm saying generally. So today, for me, the only thing I'm blaming him for is he took responsibility for his changes. It did not work. I hold him accountable for that. But on that pitch of play today, it is on every single player there. On every single player. Because first and foremost, they were lethargic. They were slow. There's no manager that will tell you slow, play slow. Did you not see what happened in the first half when Everton got the ball? We took the ball off them. And instead of Everton to press high, Everton just dropped back. And at that point, we're supposed to do what? Hit them on the counter. We started passing back, left, right. And Arteta on the bench was like, move forward. And none of them were doing it. So why do you think he's hooking players if they're not giving him what he's doing? That's what he's doing. So let's not sit here and just say, oh, the tactics were wrong. No. Everton had a good tactic today to play a low block, defend, and try to hit us on the counter. In the second half, Everton brought on 2 players. They brought in Bruja and what's the other tall guy's name, to play long ball so that they could hold up the ball and see if they could counter us. And even at that, they didn't have a lot of the ball. And when we had the ball, what did we do with it? Nothing. This is why the manager is making changes. This is why he's making changes. If your players have the ball and they're not taking the chances or doing anything with the ball, you stop them. So today, it's more on the players than it is on the manager for me. Today's game, I would blame majority of the players more than I blame the manager.
And you know what the craziest thing is? I am no longer getting excited about lineups because I seen the lineup that I wanted to see. Dayo, when I seen this lineup, I said to myself, perfect. This is one of the best lineups we could put out there. Lewis-Skelly, youngster, but he played well. Timber, one of our best right backs. The right-hand side is ready to go. The right-hand side is back. That's what I'm saying to myself. Mikel Moreno, Odegaard, Rice. This is the midfield for the future. Odegaard, Partey and Jorginho, they're going to be leaving soon. We're going to have to figure out how to play without them in the future. Martinelli needs to get himself going. Havertz, midweek, scored in the Champions League, came off the bench, rested. He should be ready to go. Gabriel Magalhaes is ready to go.
Let me ask you a question.
Everything looked good. What went wrong?
You know what?
The lineup is one of our best lineups.
You know what went wrong? Again, lineup being one of your best lineup against a team like Everton that is going to play a certain style of football, you should be playing a different lineup. And that's the problem with most fans. You just want to put out your best 11 all the time, thinking that your best 11 can deal with every single team. No, you have to play the team that is in front of you. If you're going to play a team that plays open play football, that expansive football, that just like to attack and attack and attack like Tottenham, there's a certain team that you can play against them that will benefit you. If you're playing a team like Everton that plays a low block, there's certain players that they're what they bring to the table honestly makes a bigger difference. Lewis-Skelly is an amazing player, but against an Everton, he's not. I don't see the impact he's going to make. And I'm not saying he's a bad player. Don't get me wrong. I'm talking about players suited for particular games. And that's
I'm just going to say this. That's why Miles Lewis-Skelly deserved to play today. And he did.
I'm not saying he didn't deserve to play today.
He deserved it. And I don't think he did anything wrong to be criticized. It's his first game.
I'm not criticizing. You're missing the point. I'm not criticizing him.
Bro, I'm just adding to your point. I think Mikel Arteta playing him midweek and playing him right now, he really did not have too many choices. And this was, I think, Miles Lewis-Skelly or whoever else plays, I would rather have him over Kivior, and he's not going to play Kieran Tierney. We just know that. But you're missing, one thing I do want to talk about is Gabriel Magalhaes. Bro, Gabriel Magalhaes, if it wasn't for him in the first couple seconds blocking shots, we might have lost 1-0.
This is what I'm saying again. Listen, Gabriel Magalhaes, yes, he blocked the shot. We can pick moments in the game, Miguel. I'm not picking moments.
No, my point is, it was the right decision to play Gabriel Magalhaes, even though he could coming back quick from an injury. But
yeah, no. Of course, you for our defense, you play your best back four. That's my thing. Your best back four should be what you play for your defense. But certain teams, there's certain players that give you better qualities, and that team for that team, I say Mikel Arteta. I blame him today for the selection. That is why I said my blame on the manager. But the setup, the way he set us up, and the chances created, it's on the players on the pitch. It's on the players on the pitch. I yesterday when we were trying to pick a team, I told you, I said even in the midfield when everybody was saying, "Oh, Merino, Rice, Odegaard," I was like, I would still play Thomas Partey and play Rice as an 8 for this game, because I know that for me, that, like I told you, I said I'd play Calafiori in left back, I'd play right back, I'd play Timber, and then I'd play the midfielder Partey, Rice, Odegaard. Not because Merino is not a good player, not because Lewis-Skelly is not a good player, but because they don't suit this particular game. So I blame the manager for the original selection. The setup was right, profile-wise, as regards to what he expected them to do. The chances were created, and they did not take it. You can't have 37 touches in the opponent's box to their 7 in the second half and not do anything with it. Somebody has to hold the L. It's the players in that case.
Everton will survive relegation easy, bro. This team, the way they played against us today, there's no way they're getting relegated. Everton are easily going to survive relegation. The way they played against us today, the way Pickford played today, I understand why he's the number 1 for England. This guy is unbelievable at times.
Kudos to them today. They set up. They were very disciplined. They would not come out.
Yeah, you got to. I'll give them credit.
And again, another thing that they did, which I really enjoyed watching them do, and I was like, Arsenal, step up and do something back to them, was they were slowing down the pace of the game. They were frustrating the players. They were taking yellow cards for kicking the ball away. They did all kinds of things to make sure they succeeded in frustrating the boys. My thing is, like, as a team, these are the parts of the game where, like I said, I can blame the manager for certain things, and then the players on the pitch is who I would blame for the output.
I know United smashed them, but people, let's be honest. Everton put in a clinic today, and they just won their last game 4-0. I really do think Everton are going to stay up. I don't see Everton getting relegated the way they played today. But Deo, I know we're kind of short on time. Quickly, the final thing that we need to talk about: Liverpool dropped points, bro. Liverpool dropped points today.
I'm going to say it again, guy. You know my position on that.
No. We need to speak about it. Liverpool dropped points today, and we did not capitalize.
I don't really care.
Do you not look at yourself a little bit more and say to yourself, "You're silly"? Because Liverpool slip up is going on, but we're not capitalizing. The person who's capitalizing is Chelsea. Liverpool could be 1 point, but Chelsea could be 1 point behind Liverpool after this week, and that could be us. We could have gotten our job done, and we would be 1 point behind Liverpool right now. But no, we have to go and drop points in back-to-back games to the likes of Fulham and Everton. But guess what? We beat Manchester United, so we beat friggin' Monaco. So we're all gassed.
That's not.
I feel like I feel silly right now.
Are you asking my opinion about Liverpool dropping points? Look, like I said at the beginning.
No, I'm asking your opinion on Arsenal slipping up.
Yeah, us slipping up is on us. I mean, I don't care what any other team is doing. The fact that we dropped points today, again, like I said, majorly for me, which is why is on. I 30% Arteta, 70% the players to me. That's why we dropped points today. That's why we dropped points. On Liverpool slipping up, they are going to drop points throughout the season, but it also depends on how they manage their own process and what they plan to do with their rotation. Today they had a red card. I know I saw the thing came up on my phone, but I couldn't watch both games. I guess, of course, 10-man Liverpool getting a draw against Fulham. Hey, they're still doing the business.
Credit to Liverpool, man.
Credit to them. We can't be like, oh, Liverpool drop points and we need to capitalize. The capitalizing issue is not. That's on
Fulham
us.
beat us with 11 men.
Yeah, that's on us. Today, honestly,
we drew against Fulham with 11 men.
11 men, yeah. There was just no bites today. Just no bites.
Bro, we're blunt as a friggin' butter knife. Like, and then finally, we're gonna have to do player ratings. But before we do player ratings, I'm just gonna ask you one more thing, bro. Every time we have these games, people want to talk about refereeing decisions. Did you think that was a penalty? Because I say Partey's getting tackled in the 90th minute, no penalty. People need to move on. No excuses today. We can't blame the referee for nothing. That was on us.
Thomas was chasing that penalty. Thomas was going down. I laughed when I saw it. As soon as I saw it, I was like, nah, just get up.
If they gave it though, I don't think it would have.
If they gave it, I would have taken the goal, but I'd have been upset about it.
I would have taken it, but I don't think it's a penalty.
And I'll tell you why I've been upset about it, because it's going to happen again to other teams, and it's going to happen against us, and we're going to hate it. So that's why I'm like, you know what, just, fair judgment. It's not a penalty. Let's move on. There's no way in the world, like, if you give that and then you come and give that against me in the next game, I will be upset next game as well. So yeah, that wasn't a penalty. I mean, Partey literally cut in. He was already going down. He was looking for the contact, and he was going down. So, in fact, if I were the referee, I'd have given Partey a yellow card for diving.
Overall, is anybody even going to get anything? You give him a yellow card for diving?
Yeah, because he was going down. Go watch it again in slow motion. He literally cut the ball in, and then he was going down on his knee. And as soon as he felt the contact, he went down. I would have given him a yellow card for diving. I'd have been like, no, bro, get up. Let's not do that.
He's kind of pushing it. I never thought it was a penalty, anyways. Player ratings. Did you think Raya had a good game?
Well, was not.
He didn't have anything to do.
Wasn't really disturbed. So I just
guys, honestly, do you remember Raya doing anything?
No, he didn't. He didn't have anything to do today. He wasn't really.
How are we coming out of a game where we drop points? It feels like a loss. This is a loss. This is technically a loss. The way we came out of it, because Everton, they just wanted a point. We gave them exactly what they wanted. I'm fuming, bro. Talk to me.
No, you said player ratings. David Raya, I'd give Raya a 6. He didn't really do anything today. He didn't have anything to do. He was in goal. He did his job. At least he paid attention for the whole 95 minutes or 94 minutes and did not have a slip up. So kudos to him. Yeah, I think that's Raya. I give Raya a 6. The whole back four, like today's performance for me, the whole back four, I'd give them a 6. The midfield, I give all of them a 5.
The entire midfield's getting nothing.
No, I'm giving my entire midfield.
The starting midfield?
All of them, starting, subs, everybody 5. My front line, barring.
Bro, Havertz, the midfield had a disaster class.
Everybody's 5, barring Havertz and Saka.
Bro, the midfield had a disaster class. What are you talking about?
That's what I'm saying. But do you know what 5 is?
No, I'm saying less than 3.
Yeah, but hey, then that means just sell them. Then sell all of them if you're giving them 3.
No. Bro. I think a 5 is bang average. They had below average performances, minimum 4s and 3s.
Any player that I give a 4, I want them sold immediately. That's the thing. If I'm giving you a 4,
fair enough. You rate players differently than I do. So, for example, I gave Raya a 6. I gave Timber a 5. I thought he was shaky. Saliba 6. Gabriel Magalhaes 6. Miles Lewis-Skelly 6. Declan Rice gets a 5. Moreno gets a 4.5. Odegaard gets a 3.5. I thought he was one of the worst players on the pitch today. He should have scored a goal. He was misplacing passes left, right, center. Overall, he was shaky on the ball. Majority of the times, he's usually one of the best players on the pitch. Today, he was not. Saka, he had himself a decent game. I'll give Saka a 6. But Martinelli, he didn't really do anything. Didn't look confident. He's facing Ashley Young. Like, I need more from him. And then the bench play, and then Havertz, solid 5. Wasn't average performance. Wasn't amazing. Jorginho didn't do much. Really, Ethan Waneri didn't really do much wrong either. 5. Partey didn't do much wrong either. 5. Jesus, 0 impact, 0 threat, 0 anything. Don't really want to rate him. Trossard, same thing. Did he have enough time to make a difference? Did he do much? Not really. I'm going to rate Arteta's performance, I'm going to give Arteta a 4 out of 10. What do you say?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, that's a fair enough rating if that's what you want to give them. I just think that for me, it's never always going to be a good, like, amazing play, but not finding a way to win the game is what upsets me. Like, you don't.
But how are we going to find a way to win the game when we're so?
No, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, today we lacked a lot of creativity against an Everton that was very disciplined.
Was creativity the problem or finishing?
Just see, Finishing, right, is putting the ball in the back of the net. Finding a way to break down an Everton team that is very disciplined is a lack of creativity. We lacked any type of spark to do something, to be like, you know what, hey, like there was no, let me run at the defender in the box and actually get a proper real penalty, because these guys are very disciplined. They are really sitting deep. They're defending every ball. They're winning the first balls, winning second balls. We have more possession, but these guys are solid. So the only way to break these guys down is run at a defender and get a real clean, clear penalty, because they will tackle you. So that's my thing. Like, this is where I'm saying, like, players did not take things into their own hands and be like, look, these guys are way too set up, way too disciplined. We have to find something creative. Something else has to give. We can't keep relying on giving the ball to Saka, crossing the ball and hoping that we can get the. I mean, there were so many deflections at a point. Pickford saving balls, shots on targets that normally would have gone in but did not go in today for us. So at that point, you should step back and be like, we've got to find another way, which is why I said we lacked creativity. So to me, again, 30% on the manager, 70% on the players on the pitch, because you can't create that many chances and not take them.
You know what? Everyone, let me know who's to blame for today. Is it on the players or is it on the manager? We're gonna wrap it up here, but before we go, let me just see if there's any comments worth responding to. There's been a lot of comments. People, do me a favor, please do hit that like button. Also, Deo, we got some people saying Arsenal need a striker and a new left winger. I agree.
Yeah, I mean, we actually do need a striker and a left winger. But like I said again, what you do in games like this where it's difficult is you find a way not to lose the game. And we didn't do enough today to be able to get that one goal. These are the type of games where you don't really care. You just want to be. We should have employed more dark arts. This is where I'll sit down and be like, hey, listen, you know what? Let's go all out dark arts. This is the type of game, because when a team sets up this way, very, very disciplined, very, very good defensively, then you play football a different way as well with them. You don't keep trying the same thing over and over. Trying the same thing over and over and not getting the result is what you call insanity.
Fair enough. Next, Iga attending the Ghana stream later. Maybe. What else is there? Big up Iga, big up to you. People saying we were robbed. We were not robbed. There was no robbery.
No, we weren't robbed.
Statement win from Everton got the win. Partey's penalty, ? Never a penalty. No. Never a penalty.
Wasn't a penalty.
Sack him now? No. Relax. It's not that serious.
A draw to Everton and some people are shouting sack him. It's like rival fans and even like the emotionally
embarrassing performance, yes.
Yeah, right. No, you know what? Would I say is an embarrassing performance? I would say that it is a very poor, below average performance from Arsenal. There just was no bite. It's not like we played terrible. We were not playing as though we were like a horrible team. No, you have to give credit to Everton for the way they set up. Everton was very, very resolute. They were very resolute. The one time we had a ball, they had a corner, and Raya got the ball, collected the ball. Did you see how like 9 of them tracked back immediately? They didn't even bother trying to play us in the high press. They did not bother. They tracked back immediately. So you have to give credit to a team that sets up that way, and then blame Arsenal for not finding a creative way to break that team down. That's why I blame my team. But kudos to them for the way they set up.
All right. You know what? We're gonna wrap it up here. Where was Sterling? Why is that relevant?
Oh, this is the guy, Nico Carney team, that keeps on saying Dayo is drunk. I think it's because he's always drunk as well. But I think he's like, how old are you, Nico? You're probably a kid, so I get it.
You know what? Then the talk about him. Do me a favor, guys. Please do hit that like button. Try to cheer me up. I can't believe we dropped more points. Why didn't you smash Everton? What happened? Hey. We just are we're not serious this season. Iga really wants Rashford. You know what? Rashford would have scored in a game like this today.
Maybe not. Nobody knows. I mean, this is
will Gunnar Souls come out of hiding again? No one knows. Where's Souls? We're gonna wrap it up here, guys. You guys have yourselves a wonderful day. Honestly, this is annoying. Is there any more comments? There's so many comments today, man. Everyone's just coming out of the woodworks to laugh at us.
Of course. Now, once Arsenal ties the game against Everton and they come out of the woodworks, imagine what would have happened if we had lost. Like, this is what I keep saying to you. Like, and they say we're not relevant. That's why I laugh a lot at these people. I'm just like, yeah, we're not relevant. We draw a game and everybody comes out. Oh my god, you tied against Everton.
Havertz was good. Havertz was good today. People saying Havertz was bad. What are we talking about?
Yo, Skills had an Havertz agenda. He's been talking crap about Havertz. Every stream I've seen him on, he has a Havertz agenda. I don't care what you say.
Today's not the day to make fun of Havertz. Anyways, we're gonna wrap it up here, guys. You guys have yourself a wonderful day. Catch you on the football terrace. Big up day, yo. Big up everyone in the chat. Love.
Peace.